Evening, everyone. It's a little after 7. I'm a little late tonight, but that's because there was a lot of stuff to look at. This is video number 603, and it's your closing comment for Inauguration Day, January 20th. The palindromic date looks the same both ways. Okay, so we had a reversal of what's been going on lately, and it came back with a vengeance. And that is the FANGs, the mega caps. They were clearly in charge. My thought about that is that, the market loves certainty, and win, lose, or draw, everybody knows exactly who Joe Biden is, and he's not a sociopath, so probably we're going to be able to figure on him doing what he says he's going to do. In any event, mega cap stocks, Google, up 96, 5.4%. That is, for all of these are amazing moves on a percentage basis for companies this big. Amazon up 142, 4.6%. Apple up 420, 3.3%. Facebook, which was up about 11 yesterday, was up another 638 today, another 2.4%. Microsoft up 790 or 3.7%. Netflix, which we talked about last night, because of the earnings, up 85 or 17%. The weaker side of the market was and continues to be the financials. Regardless of what they put up as far as numbers, the market just has not given them any credit. Morgan Stanley today with a beat top and bottom. It was trading 77.76, closed 74.84, down 15 cents. So not a big move on the downside, but still $3 in range, closing at the bottom. BK Mellon, 42.49, down 333, 7.3%. And it wasn't just the banks. As far as the Dow was concerned, UNH and Procter & Gamble both beat. They were both down. UNH down $1.35, Procter & Gamble $131.93, down $1.67. So again, not big moves in raw numbers, but when you get the market up 258, it's hard to expect someone who puts out great earnings not going up. We also, after the close, had UAL, which was a miss, both top and bottom line, bigger loss than expected. And for that one, which had closed before the earnings at 45.18, it closed at 44.13, down 62 cents. So we had some minor numbers today as far as economic news. We had the NAHB number, which came in, was a disappointment at 83 versus 88 expected. And after a huge spike last week in mortgage applications, up 16.7%, up 16.7%, today's number was actually down 1.9%. I think that's probably just a function. Last week it was the interest rates that were just starting to move and people piled in, and this week with higher numbers, things slowed down. Tomorrow, it's Thursday, so Thursday is claims day, as well as housing starts and permits. The Philly Fed number and Intel reports tomorrow. Options are saying a 6% move in one direction or the other between now and Friday. And remember that Intel was up pretty dramatically over the last 5 or 6 trading days. As good as the market was, it was not as strong as it looked internally. The Dow was up 257.86 or 0.83%. And the up to down stocks, advanced declines 1.8 to 1, which is fairly healthy. On the other hand, the NASDAQ, which was up 260 or 1.97, the biggest gainer of the day on the basis of those first stocks I mentioned to you, the volume was substantially higher, but the internals were only 5 to 4 positive. That's really not a great number. The S&P was up almost 53, 52.94, 1.4%. The Russell, which has been running ahead, was up today, but nowhere near what it's been. It was up 9.48 or 0.44%. And coming in second place on a reversal from yesterday's down while everything was up, the transports up 225.85, 1.75%. Okay, as far as futures go, the chart on the screen is the oil. I bring this up because I'm short, and we're using the SCO, so the inverse leverage. And we actually got in it right here after we made a new recovery high, 53.93, and then closed down on the day. The next day we had a reversal of that, down on the day to closing on the high. The next day we had moved to the upside, closing on the low, followed by yesterday's break to the downside, closing on the high, and today's move up and closing just about mid-range on this. So make this a little bigger for you. Just about mid-range on this, and tonight we are down. Now today's low was 52.83, and tonight's low is 52.89 so far. Last is 52.99, down 32 cents. But we will see whether or not that holds overnight. These are very fickle markets, so it's hard to know. But we are also long. Here we go. We are also long nat gas, and it did the same thing as the oil, up, closing on the low, lower, lower, closing on the high, followed by a nice day to the downside, closing on the low. Of course, we're long this, so not really looking for that. And then today, down right to this area, which is where we broke the last time, reversing back up. This is a move from 240 ultimately to 290. That's a fairly substantial move in the nat gas. So today we made the low, came all the way back at the end of the day, went up on the day for a little while, and then closed down not even a penny. And tonight, as I said, right now we're 253, and that's 0.003 to the downside, really nothing. If we break this high from today at 256.70, I'm going to say that we'll at least go to 268, 269. So that's looking a lot better, as is the gold. On Sunday night, I told you I thought the gold looked like it was going to go down to the round number, 1,800, and it went down to 1,800.8 on the low, and then turned up and closed up. Today, same thing. Tested the lows a little bit, turned up, closed near the high. This is going to run into a little bit of trouble here, but I want to show you the difference. This is the weekly, and I think the weekly looks a lot healthier. We had the down channel, we came up, we ran up. Again, this is the one that I keep apologizing for, because this high was almost exactly that high, and the 3 days, 2 days on either side, I should have known better. But we came down and we hit this orange line, which is the 50-week moving average, and bounced to the upside. This is a move from 1,800 to today's high, 1,872. And we're up a little bit tonight, up 270, which is really not even enough to be concerned about on an $1,800 commodity. All right, everyone. I will be back first thing in the morning with continuing and initial claims, and I hope everyone had a good day. Have a good one.